at this! It's my cool video game demos brick again. Catch! Haha, miss me! Oh shit. Video game demos are the best as they give us the opportunity to try out games without forking over our time, our money, or our secret chest of goblin gold.
You can't have it!
Lucky for us gamers, Steam Next Fest is yet again upon us. And if you don't already know what Steam Next Fest is, it's an event where gamers get to try out tons of demos from upcoming indie games. So today on Blurbs, let's open up John's Big Bag, Episode 5. First up at number 5, we have Knights in Tight Spaces. Whoa, look! It's John in a confined space!
Hey, they should make a game out of something like this.
Why?
I don't know. It'd be pretty cool.
Knights in Tight Spaces crunches down turn-based combat into microscopic isometric dioramas. It takes all of the strategy of games like XCOM, mixes in a dash of roguelite intensity, and tops it all off with deck-building strategy. Knights are often known for their dignity in battle, but this game gets you to fight dirty in the most fun way possible, kicking enemies off of ledges, taunting them into hitting their own teammates, and using civilians as shields.
Oh man, he shot me. That's like the second time this video.
This game has something to love for everyone, as its battles rarely ever feel too reliant on any one element. The strategy and card play at hand never get too thinky as you come to quick solutions in order to dispatch your foes. It's a really good demo, and I'm sure it will become an excellent game. Next up, at number 4, we have Luma Island.
Hey you!
God?
No, that's next week.
Oh.
Wanna leave the terrible 9 to 5, get away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and live out on a cute farm?
Yeah, I do!
Too bad. Also, you're ugly.
Luma Island follows the everyday trope of whisking you away to a farm where you can live out your dream of not being a husk in society. There is no doubt in my mind that Luma Island will be the next farming simulator game to take the world by storm, and a big part of that is its gorgeous world. The luminescent pixelated style is a sight to behold as it vibrates with color. Waterfalls glisten and lightning bugs glow as you take on everyday tasks of chopping down trees, combing through piles of grass, and crafting your little base on this picturesque island. I've only just scratched the surface, but there is so much to do in this game as you explore the Indiana Jones underground area, meet people in the beautiful bustling village, and progress through one of many professions that help you excel at certain tasks. More important than all that though, there is a cozy warmth at the heart of the design of this game that will lead many players like myself to pour tons of hours into it. Next up, at number 3, we have Windblown. Windblown is an action roguelite made by the developers of Dead Cells, and although it may not be obvious on the surface, there are a lot of similarities between Windblown and Dead Cells, all of them being for the best as you blast through the world, slicing up your enemies and collecting weapons that build towards your power fantasy. The isometric viewpoint works like a dream with the roguelite momentum building that Motion Twin is so adept at making. There is a kinetic speed that only this developer is able to harness, and this game has it in droves. This isometric viewpoint has opened up a lot of opportunities for the game though, most important of which being its multiplayer aspect, which I didn't get to try out because it wasn't available in the demo. The viewpoint has also created a more bullet hell feel to the fighting and added more depth to the combat system. I love Dead Cells, and every addition that Windblown has brought to the table doesn't just change what they already had going for them, but meaningfully adds to their gameplay formula, making Windblown feel excellent to play both alone and with your friends. After that, at number 2, we have Mandragora. This is Mandragora, and you may say,
Hey, that kind of looks like Dark Souls.
but if you did, you're an idiot.
But look, it has the big rat.
Oh shit, it does! In all seriousness, Mandragora has been kind of riding under the radar as it's from a new developer. It's releasing into a crowded genre, and on the surface, it isn't doing anything new. All that said though, this is a phenomenal game. Visually, it's stunning with the dark and serene glow reminiscent of Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Every area is illuminated by warm lights as the sun cuts through the dense fog above. Its combat isn't anything new, but it's executed to near perfection with a forgiving parry window and and lots of customization options, meaning that fights always feel like a balance of learning your opponent so that you can find their many punish windows. And the world in level design is some of the best I've seen in recent Metroidvanias. I have never felt lost or confused, but I did feel like there was a decent bit of roaming around to do with some fun platforming mixed in for good measure. It all culminates in a Metroidvania with a ton of potential, one that I instantly wishlisted the second I completed the demo. And finally, at number 1, Symphonia. Oh man, where to begin? I think here. Symphonia is peak indie video game. Its movement feels incredibly good as you flutter and bounce through its tight spaces. Its music is excellent as you contribute to the sounds of its symphonic world with your violin, and its beautiful spaces glimmer with golden life as gears click and metronomes swing. You plant your bow in the ground, fling yourself off into the distance, click through a gear, and keep the momentum going. I'm a simple man, and I love a simple platformer, and Symphonia has just got it. Every ounce of its visual design, its audio design, and its gameplay design work in harmony to create something perfect. When its brief demo ended, I was left wanting more, but unfortunately there is no release date, so I'm just left here, waiting. In the past, I've come out of Steam Next Fest with 2 or 3 demos that I enjoyed and 2 or 3 that I planned on purchasing. But for the first time this Next Fest, all 5 of these games feel like ones that I will purchase down the line. Steam Next Fest is starting to become a problem for my wallet, but when I consider that all these games are made by small teams and cost a whole lot less than most AAA games, it really does excite me. I'm excited that these indie games now rival and often beat out some of the biggest AAA releases. Heck, one of the games I talked about in my first John's Big Bag, Balatro, has grown to be one of the biggest gaming successes of the last few years. It's an exciting time to be a gamer, and Steam Next Fest reminds me of that time and time again. Bye-bye now.